Hey there, Hitchhikers, mindlessbile here, and we're back for guide entry number 19 of No Man's Sky. I wanted to do a quick kind of video to show that not only did I was able to backtrack and find the Atlas Pass, but we also passed right through our first black hole in this video, so I just wanted to kind of make a video for this. Since the last video and the kind of disappointment of the end of the Atlas quest, after I completed this little thing I'm showing you here, I've just been jumping not through black holes, but through the actual just path leading to the center, slowly making my way there, upgrading my warp drive, getting more fuel, and just going as far as I go. So I haven't really seen much that I can really show you other than me just constantly jumping back and more and more and more, and it doesn't really seem worthy of a video right now. But I was able to find, if you can see in the left corner there, you're able to scan for things inside of this actual star map. And it took a long while for it to load, and I had to edit through a bunch of this. But once I actually figured out that it had finished loading, because I just assumed that it wasn't going to, I see that I'm able to hit the left on the D-pad, or at least to the gamepad, and find the old systems. And instantly, you know, the Lambda system came up. And then I was slowly but surely able to find the Corman system, and finally the Agar system. Now, initially, I was trying to actually find the second or third system that I went to that had an Atlas station, but I couldn't find that. It wasn't popping up like it was before on the actual page. It said, oh, there's an Atlas thing in this system. And sorry, I had to turn the audio off on this because I narrated yesterday live, but it turned out terrible. But I went to the Agar system, I finally gave up on trying to find the Pacific system, and I went to the Agar system, which was obviously my last system before I finally started embarking on the Atlas quest, and lo and behold, the anomaly shows up right there, which is kind of odd because it shouldn't have showed up till maybe the second or third system, till after we started following the path that the Nodon Polo space station would appear. But it did, thankfully. I was very happy, a bit confused, but I was very happy when I warped back to this system out of desperation and just hoping that I can slowly work my way system by system back along the same path until I found it. But it just popped right up. And we're going to go inside here and get to meet these two aliens who are kind of different from the rest of their species. It's a shame I had to edit out the sound. There's some pretty cool music going on right now. That was about the only thing I heard myself say when I went back and listened to the narration I recorded yesterday. So I was very glad to find out that even once you beat the Atlas quest, that you can still kind of go back and fix what you did. Once again, I haven't encountered anything in this game that seems to be definitely set in stone. Like at the end of the quest with the Atlas quest, where we gave up the Atlas stones in order to build a thing, I read that even though people sold some of their stones, and then once you sell your stones you don't get the chance to get any more, but yet they were still getting access to the black holes like they beat the quest. So it seems like there's really nothing that can actually stop you. But Nada here appears to be a Korvax, and we also have Polo, who seems to be a Gek. I was expecting them to be kind of like different entities, maybe like cyborgs or something like that, but they are in fact just the normal entities. They just as well work for the Atlas. It says, as I approach the electronic being, it springs to life. From its dark mass, scanning beams emerge and envelop me. There is an unnerving chittering sound, and unbelievably it speaks in my language. It offers me a choice. It can show me how to harness black holes in order to embark upon a journey to the center of the galaxy, or it can light my way to an Atlas interface so I may follow a path, or it will assist me in my own exploration. Now, it gives me three choices, but it only gives me two outcomes. And none of the two choices there really said much of anything. As I said, I kind of quit using the black holes, so I don't know, you really can't, it doesn't say nothing when you go into a black hole, how far it's going to take you, anything like that. It just, you know, you just fly into the black hole blind. So that's why I started just using the actual quest thing. But I end up just choosing, I believe I end up choosing the top one here. I actually don't remember sitting back and narrating and watching this now, but we choose the top one here. What the heck does he give us? Oh yeah, something we already know. And I also noticed that people on Reddit are saying that you do get to the point where you actually quit learning things. You've learned them all. You know, all the different recipes and everything. And I think I'm coming close onto that part because I'm rarely given anything I don't have. So I really need to start maybe building some of these things. And I like this guy. They kind of say how he's different than the other Geks. Almost, well, I don't want to say more human, but the shorter entity, a Gek, has a jocular air about him. They idly They idly wipe grease-splattered hands on their suit as they address me, some sort of engineer, maybe. To my surprise, they speak my language. Other life forms have treated me with amused indifference, but Polo treats me like an equal. They are curious about my travels, about what sentient species I have seen, and if I have met life forms that they have not. They hope it will share my experiences. And of course, I'm more than eager to share my research here that I've found so far on the planet, and he seems rather happy to accept it. But he's the one who actually gives me the Atlas Pass Volume 1. And of course, as you can imagine from my disappointment and anger yesterday, I was finally happy to be able to get this. Now, I've still yet to actually unlock any of the doors or play. Like I said, I've just been jumping along and landing on the planets, grabbing what resources I need to refuel my hyperdrive, and then bouncing back. But next, we're going to go back to where we were. I'm going to make a quick cut here, and we're going to go back and we're going to fly into the black hole for the end of this video and kind of show you what it's like. Nothing majorly eventful, but it is pretty cool looking. It's more or less just a cooler looking hyperspace drive, warp drive, whatever the hell you call it, faster than light drive. The black with the multi-spectrum of colors in it is pretty neat looking. I like it better than the hyperdrive animation. Once again, though, they really found a good excuse to kind of pump another load screen in here while telling us that there was no load screens. But, like I said, eventually we pop into a new galaxy here, and all I've been doing, Hitchhikers, is jumping back and forth. But I was kind of glad to share with you that there is a way to go back and get the pass. You're not stuck in stone. Now, the next two passes, Volume 2 and 3, it says you just randomly find them between, the colonial outposts where you learn recipes, or possibly being able to buy one inside one of the terminals. But that's all we have for episode 19, Hitchhikers. So remember to stick your thumb out and subscribe with me, Mindless Bile, if you want to hitch a ride to the center of the galaxy.